Hello friends, in a very important judgment by the Supreme Court today, the Supreme Court has granted ad interim bail to the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal till 1st June 2024 on the ground of the Lok Sabha election is going on. And in this regard, the Supreme Court has pointed out several law points. First of all, it is to be noted this particular bail application is not on merit, but it is an interim bail application on several grounds the Supreme Court has considered. So it means like the Supreme Court has not gone into the merit of the case and has not decided whether the prima facie the Arvind Kejriwal should be getting bail on merit, that whether the particular arrest itself is unjustified or some like unconditional bail, but it is a rather ad interim bail which is granted by even the lower courts and like a trial courts. And in this regard, the Supreme Court has opined that the same should be applicable in the case of the bail application of the Arvind Kejriwal also. The Supreme Court has relied on several judgments stating that it has a power to grant this kind of bail application. And the second is that Supreme Court has acknowledged several facts, like Supreme Court has said that as for the negative fact that the Arvind Kejriwal was summoned by the Enforcement Directorate 9 times on which he has been absent. On the other hand, they also relied on the several factors such as he is being a politician and Chief Minister of Delhi, and there is no criminal antecedent is there, and in this regard he is not a threat to the society if he is subjected to given a bail. So in this regard, the Supreme Court has said that they are relying on the fact that he being a politician and being a public servant, he is not a threat to the common people. Now the third point the Supreme Court has relied upon, that in this particular case, that Supreme Court has relied upon the fact that even there is a particular proposition on relying on some judgments that even if there is a particular proposition that a person's electoral right can be curtailed, but still there are several judgments on which the Supreme Court relied and said that they have the extraordinary power to decide upon the fact that any point of time, if depending on some situation, if a person can be granted bail, they have the power to adjudicate so. And in this regard, whatever the cases the Directorate of Enforcement has relied upon, the Supreme Court has did not adhere to that particular judgments, and they have said they relied upon several judgments such as Shiv Shankar Das versus State of Odisha and other judgments to grant like a extraordinary bail while this particular electoral process is going on. And this particular bail is granted till the June 24th. And so basically on the June 2nd, the Chief Minister might have to surrender before the court if the bail is not extended on merit or whatever it might be, because the Supreme Court has already said the bail is not on merit and the bail hearing is taking too much time, and that's why he is given an ad interim bail. So even this period of time, if a final adjudication is done, so that might depend a fate upon the next process of surrender by the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. And in this regard, Supreme Court has also pointed out several bail conditions which are as follows. Like the first, they have to furnish a bail bond of 50,000 rupees with one likely surety. And then the thing is that he is not supposed to visit the office of Chief Minister and the Delhi Secretariat. Third is that he will not sign any kind of file unless and until he obtains any kind of clearance or prior approval from the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. Then fourth condition they have mentioned that Honorable Supreme Court has mentioned that he will not comment on his role in this particular present case. And the last point is that he will not interact with any kind of witnesses or will not access any official file which is connected with the current investigation and the case by the Directorate of Enforcement. So this is the synopsis of the bail application hearing of and the way the Supreme Court has granted the bail by enforcing their extraordinary power to grant ad interim bail on certain conditions such as the Lok Sabha election, and he is not even precluded from campaigning in the poll. So that has also Supreme Court clarified in this particular bail order. So in this regard, also a detailed post is there in my blog. So kindly visit that particular post in order to understand in more details about this particular bail order. And also like and subscribe to my video and comment on my video. Thank you everyone.